Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look that I have right here. This is actually inspired by a makeup tutorial that Jaclyn Hill did a really long time ago, and ever since she did that makeup look I always recreated it with whatever I had at home, and I am using mostly affordable products. So yeah, I'm just recreating what she did with affordable products, and all of the products that I am using are cruelty free. So yeah, this is very pretty for like the winter time. I love that it's all like pale, warm orange colors, and I think it's perfect for 2019 even though it's an old makeup look. I think it's perfect for 2019 because the color of the year is coral, and this is like pale orange, but pale orange and coral are basically the same thing, at least in my head it is. So yeah, I hope that you recreate it yourself using whatever you have at home, because I want to show that you really can recreate other people's makeup looks with what you have at home. I am using the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is one of my favorite palettes of all time, and I am using mainly affordable products because, let's be honest, you don't need to spend that much money on makeup because maybe you just can't afford it, or maybe you just don't want to. I totally understand. There is only 3 high-end products that I'm using, which is my highlight, and I mixed 2 lipsticks together, both by Too Faced, but other than that, I'm using all drugstore products, and I actually did try out a new mascara today, which I really liked. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you later. Bye!
Okay, we are starting off with no makeup and a clean face. So we are going to begin with our eyes today. I'm priming my eyes with the NYX concealer. This is the HD concealer, and yes, the cap broke, but we're going to pretend like that didn't happen, okay? Putting this on our eyes just to prime for the eyeshadows. You can use your standard eyeshadow primer, but I have a reaction to those. They make my eyes swell completely shut, so we're not going to do that. Blending it out with a mini beauty blender to get the most coverage and cover up all the veins and redness and creepy stuff. Then to set that so the eyeshadows blend smoothly on top and the concealer doesn't crease, we're going to put the NYX Stay Matte Not Flat powder over that, just so everything can be nice and smooth. Then curling the lashes. I always do this before and after my eye makeup so my eyelashes can sit in that curl as long as possible and the curl can stay throughout the day. So curling our lashes and then going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. Such a beautiful palette. I recommend it for everyone. We're mixing Silk Cream and MFEO. Wow, that was a mouthful. And putting that in the transition area of the eye. Doing this just creates a nice base for all of the other shadows that we use and gives a really beautiful blended look. Then going in with the shade Pukey, one of my favorites in the palette. We are going to take this on a smaller, more precise brush and just put that in that low crease. Doing this will just help everything have a very blended 3-dimensional look and gives a lot of definition to the eyes in the end result. We're not taking it up as high as we did that transition area though, but we're just gonna kind of keep it a little bit higher up than what we would for a really dark shadow. Then just going back in with that original brush and blend, 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 blend. So there are no harsh lines. Then going in with the shade Creamsicle, which is a matte pale orange shadow, taking it up into the upper crease area like we did with the transition shade, just to give a really beautiful warm glow to the eyes. Such a beautiful, flattering look. It's just gorgeous. Then going in with the shade Obsessed, which I am obsessed with, taking it on a flat brush and putting it in that blank inner part of the eye. Doing this just gives a really beautiful kind of shimmer to the eye as opposed to leaving it matte, which can kind of sometimes weigh the eye down. Doing this just really highlights that area of the eye and makes your eyes look much more fresh and awake. Then going in with Chip, placing that on that outer part of the lid. Do not take this into the crease, because if you take this into the crease, you're going to look like you have a bruised eye. So we're going to keep it on that outer part of the lid, initially dabbing, and then once we have the product laid where we want it to be, then we can kind of rub it around. Then taking our CoverGirl eyeliner, this is a black gel liner, taking it on a thin angled brush, and we're starting in the center of the eye, going into the middle, creating the line, and then we are going to begin creating that wing. This is going to be different for everybody based on how you like to do your eyeliner or what eyeliner you're using and your eye shape. But then, after we have that wing down, we're going to take a flat brush, this does have concealer on it, and we're going to go underneath of that wing. Doing this will just help sharpen up the wing if you're a little bit sloppy with your eyeliner like I am, which is why we did our eyes first. Then, this is optional, but we're going to take a black eyeshadow and go over that wing line, just so it can set that eyeliner so it doesn't go anywhere, and also doing this adds a teensy little touch of a smoky look to the line. But again, if you don't like that, you don't have to do it. I just like to do it anyways. Then curling our lashes so we can apply mascara and have very long doll-like eyelashes because we're not going to be putting on falsies. Then going in with CoverGirl mascara, this is the supersized mascara. And I wasn't too sure about it at first. I hadn't used it before, and I didn't think it was going to work because the wand is so skinny, but I was actually very surprised, as you can see by my face here. It made my eyelashes look very long and very black, which I love. Then going in with the ColourPop No Filter Foundation Stick, drawing 2 lines on the cheeks, 1 on the chin, and 1 on the forehead, blending it out with that dry beauty blender. Sometimes I use it damp. For this, I don't feel like I need to make it damp. And going underneath of that wing to help clean it up with the tip, just so we can look like we have a nice sharp cat eye, even though it really wasn't that hard. And just pressing that foundation into the skin. I prefer pressing. Of course, you can do whatever you want. It's makeup, but pressing it into the skin makes it last much longer. Then going in with the ColourPop concealer, the No Filter Concealer, highlighting under the eyes while covering up the dark circles, and then to balance out that highlight, taking it on the chin, around the nose, and on the center of the forehead. Then blending it out with that same damp beauty blender and blend, blend, blend. Especially because the concealer is a little bit lighter than the rest of our face, we need to make sure that we blend so we don't look like we have blotches of lighter patches. We want to make it look like our skin is fresh, not painted. Then we're going to set the under eye, the under eye only with that same NYX powder, just so everything doesn't crease and it stays in place, but very lightly. And then we're going in with MFEO and buffing that underneath that lower lash line, like we did with the eyelid. Doing this just gives a nice transition for the base of other darker shadows we're going to put. Then on a flat definer brush, taking the shade Chip, and we're going to press that right at the base of the lower lashes, and we're going to create a harsh line, but do not blend it out yet because we're going to be going in with a pencil brush with the shade Pukey, which I didn't show there, but taking it underneath that line to buff it out and just give a really beautiful kind of slightly smoky look to the eye, and just blend, blend, blend. Don't give up, just keep blending. Actually blending in this technique, and the farther you take it down, the more open and awake your eyes are going to look. Then taking in light, we're going to highlight the inner corner of the eye and the brow bone. If this shade is just a little bit too white or light for you, you can go in with the one next to it called Beam. Then we're going to go in with the CoverGirl mascara that we used on the top and put it on the bottom just to complete the look. Even if you have very small lower lashes, doing this just completes the look and makes everything come together. Then quickly doing the brows because it's a bore fest and everyone fills them in differently. And then moving on to the face, going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm using the shade Bronzer, which is just the original shade. We're not going to be contouring the face. I personally don't like a strong contour myself. I prefer to bronze, and just taking it up along the sides of the forehead and the cheekbones and a little bit down the neck. Then going in with the e.l.f. blush palette, I'm using the shade Light, mixing the 2 peachy colors together to get a warm peachy apricot look, which is going to complement the eye makeup so well, blending it on the apples of the cheek and back towards the cheekbones to help pull the face back. And then going in with the Anastasia Glow Kit in the shade Summer. And we're going to bust out that highlight super bright because isn't it just goals to blind everybody in our way with our highlight? So we're going to do this on the tops of the cheekbones, a little bit on the tip of the nose, and the Cupid's bow, or the top lip if you want to say it that way. And then going in with the shade Everything is Peachy. This is from the Matte Peach collection from Too Faced. This one is the really, really bright, intense coral. And then we're going to mix Dollface in with it to make it a little bit more toned down and like a peachy, corally nude. So perfect. And then we are all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this look and recreate it for yourselves. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye!